This morning, our focus is on Unlock India, the second phase of which will see malls, restaurants and religious places opening up. To get you a sense of what the situation is on the ground this morning, we've got our reporters joining us from across the country. We've got Nikhil joining us from Delhi, Nilanshu Shukla getting us the latest updates from Lucknow, Nolan Pinto is joining us live from Bengaluru. We also have Gopi Krishna Unitan who's joined Puram and Manogya Loiwal from Kolkata. Before we go across to all our reporters, let's just tell you about what will open up today. You've got shopping malls, restaurants and religious places which are slowly opening from this morning. Religious places at this point are open across several states. The government authorities have issued very strict guidelines to ensure social distancing norms are not violated. Eating at restaurants is also allowed with the new COVID norms. However, takeaways are preferred. In hotels, you will now have to undergo thermal screening at the entrance. Only visitors wearing masks will be allowed. Guests will have to declare their medical and travel history. Malls will also have mandatory hand hygiene and thermal screening provisions. All workers and customers will be allowed entry only if they're using face masks. The face masks will also have to be worn at all times inside shopping malls. Let's first get you an update from the national capital. Nikhil is joining us live now from a temple in Delhi. Nikhil, good morning. It's over to you first. Tell us what's the situation. What do you see around you? Are all norms being followed? Do you see the regular crowd that you usually will see at a morning in the temple, or is it, very few people who have gathered there?
Yes, Akshita, we are at Jhandewala temple in New Delhi and all the guidelines as such are being followed. We would like to show you the visuals that people, especially the devotees, they have started to coming up here. Though there are not much people who used to come here, before the lockdown. But also we would like to show you that on the, you can see these are the thick markings by the temple administration which directs people that they have to strictly follow the art of social distancing. Though, if we talk about the Delhi, the situation is very much grave. We are reaching to a point of 30,000 starting from today. Religious places have opened up, but there are certain guidelines that needs to be followed. The guidelines says that thermal screening is must, and those people who have their temperature below 100 will be allowed to enter the compound. Also, mask is compulsory and people are not supposed to touch any of the statue. They are not supposed to offer any of the holy water starting from today till the time COVID lasts. So these are the visuals we are showing you, the devotees who have come to offer their prayer at Jhandewala temple in New Delhi. And so far these people are following the art of social distancing to the extent they can, and temple administration, they have the challenge to ensure that all the guidelines directed by the government should be followed. Akshita.
The challenge will be in temples like the Hanuman Mandir, and Aishwarya Paliwal is joining us live from the Hanuman Mandir. Very famous temple, Aishwarya. We see huge crowds that usually gather at this temple. What is the situation right now? Do you see measures being taken to ensure that if a lot of people gather, the crowd can still be controlled, that there is social distancing also?
Well, let me tell you, you're talking about the measures being taken. Right behind me, you'll be able to see that the sanitization drive in the temple is an ongoing process. In fact, they are making sure that all the railings that people might by mistake touch, all of them are being sanitized. And this is being done almost every 20 minutes. Apart from that, you can see very clearly these markings have been made. Now, these are square boxes. A devotee needs to stand in these boxes and then move ahead. Let me also tell you, the precautions that the temple authorities are taking do not just stop at continuous sanitization drive and marking places for devotees. Also, one thing which is there is this sanitizer which you can see, which is being kept on the table. Now, the reason why this is being kept on the table is because anyone who comes here will have to compulsorily sanitize their hands. Also, let me tell you that the tika that people put now, it is considered extremely sacred in Indian culture. This is something which you will now have to make sure that you only use it and put it on your forehead. Earlier, we used to have pandits who used to be standing behind and putting it on your forehead. The system of prasad has also changed. You can see that these bananas have been kept here. There is no chamra amrit now. You will have to pick up your own prasad from now on, and the ghantiya, something which is again extremely sacred to the people who visit temples, all of them have been covered in cloth. So you can see that a number of precautions have been taken. And if you're not wearing a mask, Akshata, let me tell you, the temple will not allow you to enter the premises. Also, you have these touch-free machines, the moment I keep my hand here, I don't need to touch it. My hands will be sanitized. So all these are the things, precautions which the temple authorities are taking, but they're also requesting the devotees who are coming to a temple after 75 days to make sure everything is followed.
Great to see that the norms are all being followed, the kind of preparations that you see really on the ground to ensure that devotees are safe, that they follow all the norms that have been set in place by the MHA. Aishwarya, I request you to stay on with us. Let's take this across to Nilanshu Shukla. He's also joining us from the Hanuman Setu temple, very famous again in Lucknow. Nilanshu, we understand that all the preparations have been made, are in place, and only temples and religious places which have followed the norms are actually opening up today. Interestingly, in Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath has also made his way to a temple in Gorakhpur.
Well, this is absolutely right. UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath is also the head priest of Gorakhnath temple, and he also offered prayers in the morning. I am right now outside the Hanuman Setu temple, and you can see that all the required protocols and safety measures are being followed by the temple staff and also by the devotees who are coming to offer prayers. Thermal screening of every devotee is being done here, and hand sanitizer is also being given to them. The temple staff is constantly making announcement urging people to maintain social distancing and follow all the guidelines that have been issued by the state government. And you cannot enter this temple. If the devotees have to offer prayer, they will have to stand at this gate, and from here you can see that all the idols, including the Hanuman idols, are visible from outside. So people will not be allowed to enter the temple. They can only offer prayer from outside. Okay. So all the required protocols and safety measures are being followed. Cops have also been deployed here to ensure that people do not violate the guidelines that have been issued by the government.
So some of the norms that have been set is that you cannot touch the idols. Similarly, nobody will hand the prasad to you. You can take it yourself. The tika and the likes, nobody is there to help you. You're going to have to take it yourself. Those are some of the SOPs that Aishwarya and Nilanshu are also telling us over. Nolan Pinto is joining us from the Kadumaleshwara temple, very famous in Bengaluru. But let's just sum up for you all the developments that you need to know from the state of Karnataka before I take this across to Nolan. Karnataka, remember, is reopening its malls, markets, dine-in restaurants as well as places of worship today, with strict adherence to all SOPs laid down by the centre and the state government. The unlock norms will not be applicable, of course, to containment zones, as is the case in the rest of the country. Devotees visiting shrines will need to ensure social distancing. Touching idols, holy books, dispensing of prasad and holy water, all of that is barred. Catholic churches will reopen only from the 13th of this month in the state, as they need time to implement the new regulations. Eateries have been told to strictly implement social distancing norms and encourage takeaways. Only 50% seating capacity has been allowed at a time. Thermal screening and sanitizer will be mandatory. Now, while malls reopen, gaming arcades and cinema halls will continue to remain shut. So let's take this across to Nolan. As I mentioned earlier, he's joining us live from the Kadumaleshwara temple. Nolan, over to you. Tell us what you see around you. You know, we've been getting a lot of ground reports from Delhi, from Lucknow, where so many preparations are in place to ensure that the norms, the rules set out by the government are followed.
Well, Akshita, we are at this very, very old temple, and like you mentioned, rightly mentioned, at the Kadumaleshwara temple. Now, over here, on any normal day before the lockdown, there would have been quite a few number of people actually coming, but today is the first day. A lot of people are apprehensive as to what's the situation out here. So not many people as such, but yes, they are slowly coming in from 7:30. Let me just show you what they're actually following over here. They have these social distance markers marked on the stone over here, painted here. And to my surprise, when people actually entered, when they actually start walking from these steps, you see them following the social distance. In fact, I see many of them actually making sure that there is a wide gap between them and the next person. And again, Akshita, before you enter, your temperature is checked over here. There is hand sanitizer, basically the pedal run, you don't have to touch it. And finally, when you enter, again, you have all these social distance markers. This is the rule over here. This is what they've actually asked. Furthermore, I was asking him, he says that the person over here, that if it's 99.3, they will not allow you inside. They will, well, very decently ask you to go back home. But this is the situation not just at this temple. Say about half an hour ago, we were also at the Sai Baba temple. There too, people have to follow the rules. So here you can see this is the very, very famous Kadu Maleshwara temple, and people, the devotees, have just now finished praying and they're actually coming out. And again, if you don't have a mask, Akshita, you will not be allowed to enter this particular temple.
This is what prayers during the time of COVID looks like. Everyone with masks, all devotees maintaining social distancing. What were usual practices of touching the idol, touching the holy book? All of that won't be allowed right now. Let's take this across also to Manogya Loiwal. She's joining us live from Kolkata. Manogya, I already see that around you, you've got a number of devotees this morning. Take it away.
Well, I'm here in Birla Temple in Kolkata. Very specifically, they've made it very clear that only 10 people will be allowed. Interestingly, today, the deities will now be visible for all the devotees who are arriving, but the devotees will have to cover their faces with masks. I have with a set of devotees who've been visiting Kali Ghat and other temples, but all these temples have been closed. An absolute different experience, Pawanji. How has it changed the entire temple experience from today?
Oh, it's a lovely experience. Sometimes you find such a low number of people being very less. There's no congestion. But we're very thrilled after such a long time we have been able to come into the temple after 2 months, 3 months of time. And it's a nice experience. And I personally feel that gradually we require this blessing from the God also to fight with this corona, which we have almost, looks like we have won this battle.
Pallavi, you've already seeking divine intervention for these testing times?
Yes, absolutely. We've been doing that at home because aastha man mein hoti hai. But what is also really beautiful is to come finally, because this is almost like coming back to a new normal, and it feels really nice starting it from a temple, because today a lot of things are opening, but to visit a temple is really nice.
Hand sanitizers instead of Charnamrit at the door. How does it feel?
Exactly, as she rightly said, that's the new normal and you have to learn to live with it. And actually, like, it's very nice the way they've organized everything with hand sanitizers and the guards having the infrared thermometer. I think it's very nice.
Going to a temple, not touching anything around, a different experience.
Yeah, we are feeling more disciplined, more organized, no dhakka mukki. Generally, हम अंदर में जाते हैं तो it's too much crowded, too much rush. But now it's very much organized.
Well, not just organized. I've been here from almost 6:30. That's when the time when the temple opened, and not more than 20 people have arrived since morning. That itself speaks volumes. The preparations are humongous. Not just about the change in timings, but also different temples across the state of West Bengal are still contemplating when they would open at all. From Tarapeeth to Kalighat to Dakshineshwar, and even the mosque across the state, where the Imam associations had written to the Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, seeking her intervention to not to open all the religious institutions across the state. They haven't opened for now, but as far as days are concerned, they are also contemplating on what would be the steps and the actions that they would be needing to ensure that there's no overcrowding, there is no enough gathering of people, and if it is, it is absolutely controlled. Even in Birla Temple, only 10 people would be allowed at a time. That itself speaks on how the new guidelines are here to stay with Corona times.
So this is what your experience at any religious place is going to look like. Let me take this across to Gopi Krishnan Unithan. He's joining us live from Thiruvananthapuram. Gopi, you know, what we've also been seeing in several states is that there are many religious places who've decided to wait it out for a couple of days and then see if they're better prepared to open up considering all the norms. What's the situation in Thiruvananthapuram? You're joining us from Palayam, which is supposedly one of the busiest areas of the city, perhaps not right now.
Well, absolutely, Akshita, because the reason why I've chosen this place is because so that the viewers can get a better perspective on how each religious places of worship are going to open up from tomorrow. In Kerala, these religious places are going to open from tomorrow, and right now I'm in front of the Vinayaka temple, the Ganesha temple here in Palayam, and as you can see here, the devotees are only allowed outside the temple. They cannot enter inside. There is actually a string which is tied over here, which is trying to ensure that people does not really enter, and only people who are actually doing the daily duties in this temple, like these people that you see inside, are allowed to be inside and carry out the daily rituals and pujas. And from tomorrow onwards, this temple can actually open up for devotees under very strict guidelines. Now I will show you what is happening happening in the other side of the book, which is actually the Palayam Church. This is actually one of the prominent churches over here. And this church, the church authorities have told us at the moment that they have not really decided on how and when to open, because the cases are still increasing in many parts of the country, and so does in Thiruvananthapuram and in Kerala. So that is one reason why they are saying they have not decided. Now I will just show you across to your left, where you will see the Palayam Juma Masjid, one of the famous masjids here in Thiruvananthapuram. And even in Palayam Juma Masjid, the chief priest or the Palayam Imam has taken a brave decision that in spite of the government giving them a clearance to open this place of worship, they have actually decided that they are not going to open their masjid until the situation is under control. So this is how various places of worship are playing it out, because the places of worship are going to open from tomorrow, and the temples in many parts of the state will open. But the masjids, mainly these major masjids like the Palayam Masjid and masjids in Malappuram district, are not going to open from tomorrow, because they have decided to wait until the situation is little more better.
It's good to see that these religious places also have taken the responsibility upon themselves to ensure the safety of devotees. Many of them have decided that we're not ready at this point to open up, and so we'll wait it out. I'd like to thank Gopi as well as all the other reporters who've joined us on this broadcast to tell us what's happening in different cities across the country.